is recognized.
Thank you again, Mr. Chairman. In my short time here in this institution, I found that when you offer an amendment to a bill that has jurisdiction of a committee that you don't sit on, it's always good to have the chairman and ranking member be in support of your amendment. So I want to thank Chairman Takano and Ranking Member Rowe for their help and their team's help in helping us craft this common sense solution. And I really want to thank my good friend and colleague, Jimmy Panetta, who is a main co-sponsor of this amendment. Jimmy and I have worked together on a wide variety of issues, but not many more important than making sure that our families, our heroes, get access to the child care and the services that they need. This Veterans Access to Child Care Act also, Mr. Chairman, builds upon a successful pilot program and is finally going to provide some certainty and better access to mental and intensive health care services for our heroes, our veterans, through increased access to child care while our veterans attend the appointments that they need to attend to. The intention of this amendment, as you heard from the chairman and the ranking member, is to make sure that the VA does not determine that this bill is meant that there is only one primary caretaker in the family, and then arbitrarily have a bureaucrat at the VA decide who that caretaker is. Without this change, some veterans that this bill is intended to help would not be able to access child care over a technicality. Our amendment, as you heard, clarifies this language to help eliminate barriers to mental health services for our veterans with families. When our veterans face a mental health crisis, I want to ensure that they are not alone and that we are doing everything we can to properly support them and their families. And while we've been successful in passing legislation that prevents many veterans from having to drive long distances to access care, it's possible that in some cases a veteran in my district could have to drive 4 hours to the nearest VA hospital, and ensured access to child care will encourage them to get the services that they need. I don't want a technicality to get in the way of our heroes. I want to make sure they get access to the services they need. That's why I urge my colleagues to support this bipartisan amendment. I urge all members to support our amendment to H.R. 40, and I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman yields back the balance of his time. The gentleman from California.